Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and things are even worse than I thought. I'm just really frustrated about it. We're gonna talk about what I mean, and well, there's a reason I don't even have it in my title. We'll talk about that, but about, yes, Twist again. Probably the last video I'm gonna have on Twist in a while, but it is absolutely, like, historically startling how poor the mode appears to be performing. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, am I already gonna abandon it as like deck recommendations? Am I gonna make content on it? I really don't know, but we're gonna look at the startling numbers of what is going so horribly wrong for this mode that is not even like, it's like what, just over 2 months old if you include the beta. And if you enjoy the content on the channel, feel like I've earned your subscription, be amazing if you can hit that sub button down below, give the video a like, only if you feel like I've earned it. We're on the road to 75K. It would be awesome to hit that milestone. So the reason I'm on HS Replay front page, my goodness, speak English. You know, you take a look at the metas. Standard, a lot of complaining about standard right now, even with Druid. Druid's like at 50%, but the way it feels and all of that, but not nearly as bad since the Jailer ban. Wild, as horribly as unbalanced as it is, currently with Druid and Rogue being the clear outliers. Quest Druid, Miracle Rogue in particular with Arcane Giants and Yogg, still, it's like, you know, kind of within the realm of balance. You look at these numbers, it actually looks really good outside of Demon Eye, right? Like 7%. Again, it's across all ranks, but you look at those numbers, you wouldn't even think it's that bad. So you have that, and you get you see a lot of complaints on Reddit, on Twitter, everywhere. My YouTube comments about the modes. You know what I don't get complaints about? The most unbalanced mode, Hearthstone, right now. It's not even close. You look at Twist. Look at those numbers. Those are like historically unbalanced. We have two classes in Warlock and Paladin that are over 56%, and everything else, except for like Priest, I guess, and maybe Rogue, not even really, they all suck. Like, it's a horrible discrepancy between bottom and last of like 15%. It's like really bad, but what topics, what discussion am I hearing about it? Like literally nothing. And it's not because people are like, I'm loving the mode, all I hear is positivity. I literally hear nothing, almost zilch, even including my Twist decks in yesterday's video. Very few comments about it, and the reason I'm not putting Twist in this title for this video is I feel like that's already a like, oh, I don't want to watch that, I don't care about Twist. They have made a brand new mode that was like a wish mode for a lot of players, a rotating format of classic like cards and all that stuff, be something that nobody seems to care about already outside of like the absolute diehards. And it's pretty telling if I go to like click view decks on the top class and there's nothing there. I have to go to like all classes, so remove Warlock. I have to go bronze through gold, and I can find 3 whole decks that have about a combined 1,000 games. The mode is just not being played much at all. It just isn't. And it's really telling. I tweeted this out, that what scares me about Twist the most is I'm barely hearing any complaints when the meta is this unbalanced. It's actually gotten worse since I took that screenshot, and I was quote tweeting Sunglitters, who was responding to one of my comments I loved. I thought it was a funny comment. It was like top voted comment in like a couple days videos. The more I spend more time waiting for balance patches than I do actually playing the game. Like, it's a valid comment, especially, well, with Twist we had to wait a month, but like all the modes we're always waiting for that fix, right? Like, that's common. And Sunglitter saying, yeah, when people stop complaining, the game is truly dead. And it's like, does that mean Twist is already dead? And honestly, it's kind of looking like it. I was like searching Hearthstone subreddit for Twist comments. Very few, and like barely upvoted, and this is for like the last week. Very few comments, just a few of them like just have Twist kind of mentioned in them. And the most telling, this is the most startling of all of it, is the leaderboards, the legend leaderboards. And if you take a look at standard, currently in the America server, 1,100 legends. This is on day 5 as I'm recording this. Wild, although has an influx. It's 1130, almost the same as standard, but there's a lot of botting going on. There's a lot of bots that are probably in this mix because wild decks are so easy to play, the aggro ones, that bots get to legend. But you take a look at Twist, and this is like, this is crazy. This is actually insane. You go to Twist, there are 40 legends. 40, that's it. 40 people. I think Mercenaries is more popular right now. And that's not just like an America's thing. Let's go to Europe, right? Europe, there is actually more bigger player base, but only 68. And European, like to say standard legends there's 1,500, right? And let's take a look at the Asia Pacific region. There are how many? 2,300 standard legends. And in Twist, it is really bad. 50. There's less than like 200 legends combined on 3 servers right now. That is historic. Like, that's so bad. Classic in its early days and even in its dead days, although again, bots had a big part to do with that, had way more legends. And it comes down to, I talked about the promotion issue, but I feel like it's more on the balance in terms of like, well, first off, again, we take a look at my tweet there, what the balance looks like. I think one of the other things is people get turned off by a lot of like the new cards that are buffed and just out of control. It isn't that, the mode you remember. It isn't the mean streets we remember. Although they'd also, I will say, a thing of picking of what's going wrong is them picking some of the least favorite metas ever. Mean streets was my least favorite meta ever until United and Stormwind. Which were the 2 metas we got in the beta? We got United and Stormwind. Now we have Mean Streets with that barely feels like Mean Streets because of all the buffs and all that. But when it comes down to it, although Play Hearthstone literally hasn't tweeted anything about it, they've been doing just random marketing. It really comes down to, I think, is the accessibility. To me, it feels like that is the worst part, besides like completely not promoting it. People are probably not even aware of it. When Twist went live, the biggest criticism I heard and was given to Blizzard, on Twitter, social media, was how inaccessible the mode is, how expensive it is. And it's been over a month since it launched. And what new ways have they made it to get in there? New bundles, new decks, anything like that? Nothing. Not one single thing. There's a couple of new bundles like the Tavern Special where you can get wild cards. I think these are like customized per account anyways. But again, getting wild cards is not an efficient way to get Twist decks at all. They still have these really overpriced like battle ready decks that just suck. They're not good. They're not tailored for the meta. They didn't put any new ones in for 40 card because we're now in XL Wonders. None of these are like 40 card, 35 card decks. Like we still have Reno Priest in here without Raza. And like the deck's not even good in Twist right now, but there's not even a Raza. It's not even there. So they haven't made any additional ways. All that are there were these Caverns of Time bundles that were like this one, I believe was super freaking expensive. It's a golden thing, a signature, only for whales. Like it just feels like there's no way for players to enter and only the absolute diehards are going to play it. And how is a mode going to be sustainable that way? I just, maybe people like me who did spend a lot to get like the signature cards, all that stuff, like I did buy these bundles. Is that going to be enough to get them to justify this mode? But they want to pump new formats. They're going to want to buff, like we're going to get more of the older sets buffed at some point. They're going to re-release, like next on the list would be Ungoro, Frozen Throne, Kobolds of Catacombs. We got the Witchwood, Boomsday. Like they got a lot of big expansions they can re-release and buff up and promote. If there's no one to sell this stuff to, what's the point? For me, I stream it and it's really becoming a point where I might have to ditch them on myself because I'm getting like 3-5 minute queues. The play population is so small that I can't even get games on a reliable basis, that my chat's not going to stick around for that dead time. So like I might even have to abandon the mode as a content creator. So I don't know. I want to hear from you guys what you think is the biggest issue going on with Twist, why you don't want to play it. Maybe I romanticize the mode. Maybe I think it's something that I really wanted and I do like it. I enjoy it, but maybe it's just for me. Maybe there's just not a lot of people that want this mode. Or is it the accessibility issues? Is it the balance issues? Let me know in the comments below why you don't play Twist, why you can't play Twist, or maybe you play it and you can let me know why. Because it saddens me that it is bombed this badly so fast. And lack of balance patches, lack of promotion, lack of ways to actually access the mode. There's few good things going on for it, other than it's really cool to play Hearthstone where minion battles matter and I'm not getting OTK'd and it feels like actual Hearthstone. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't know. I'm frustrated. I wanted this to kick some serious butt, and it's literally doing the exact opposite. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.